Hello. Hi, Ring. Hi, Ernesto. How are you guys doing? Getting all set up here. Hi, Scarlett. Good to see you. Guys. Redsmo, Skull. Thank you so much for coming and thanks for the follows. Good morning, babies. How are we? I'm still pretty slow going this morning, but I'm slightly more alive than I have been. I made it a point to try to get more sleep yesterday because I've just not been going to bed at a decent time. And I don't even know if I went to bed at a decent time last night, but it was a little earlier than I have been. So, yeah, there's that. How are all of you? You guys awake? Whatever time zone you're in. Oops. I'm gonna be doing the 100 heads challenge again today. I'm on number 20 now. I've only done a few off stream, but we're gonna pick it back up today. Actually, real quick before I start, I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back, you guys. Meow meow. Hi, Rurutu. How are you, baby? Um, okay. Doing good? I'm glad to hear it. I'm I'm about halfway through my morning coffee. So, awake. I'm halfway awake now. I'm getting there. Last night, so I don't play games very often, right? But last night I was feeling really nostalgic and I have an old PS2, which is so funny because I can't hook it up to any modern TV, like it just doesn't work. So I bought this adapter for it a while ago. And so it's like this adapter that plugs, the like red, white, and yellow plugs in the old gaming consoles. So I have an adapter that plugs into this like powered supply that then plugs into HDMI and then plugs into the TV. And so I booted up my old Digimon game. Oh my God, I was playing for like 5 hours last night. Hello. Next, he's watering the plants to mind him. He's picking up my chores this morning because I slept in again. I had to kick Luna out because she was eating She was eating my plants again this morning. I just like had too much going on. I couldn't focus on her. I know all she wants is attention. Wait, new Digimon comes out? Hold on, Rurutu. On what platform? No, I don't need watering. Yeah, I started a garden in the spring and hi Lenny. We had to get one of the hydrometers because I like could not gauge when to water the plants. When they're outside in general, it's like wash them, water them like in the morning. And sometimes in the evening if they're like really dry, but or if it's really hot. But yeah, we bought it because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing and I don't want to kill these plants. Lenny. Hello. Oh, she's so excited to see you. Look at her. Steam should have it. Baruchu, hold on, I'm Googling. Do we know anything about the game? Digimon new game 2025. Digimon Story Time Stranger, role-playing game that features time travel and strategic turn-based combat. Oh! Players will journey between the human and digital worlds, taming over 450 Digimon to join their team. Game is scheduled for release October 3rd, 2025. How freaking synchronous is this? Hold on, I'm taking a look at. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, look how cute they look. Oh my God. Wait, 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 wait. I wish you guys could watch this with me. I don't have any way of like properly sharing it. Wait, actually, my audio's muted. There we go.
You've somehow been sent back in time 8 years.
Not 8.
But the situation here is critical. I'm counting on you, Agent.
I have so many of the Digimon games. This is so loud.
Our ultimate mission is to uncover the causality between these anomalies.
It's probably a phase electron life form. Is that what you call us Digimon? I'll always be right here with you.
Who exactly are you working for? I remember you guys.
Who
or
is
what
number
is
2
that? You really
working
don't know
for?
anything about the digital world?
We have been enemies for years now, but this is the first time the Titans have launched an attack on this scale.
We now
Oh,
believe
this is
most
so
of the anomalies
nostalgic.
we've been dealing with stem from Digimon.
It seems the upcoming battle is truly unavoidable.
The world on this end is running out of time.
If the gate is opened with the digital world in such a state, the human world will most certainly be affected.
Isn't that always the story?
The end of the digital world? Stop it! That egg is very important!
That egg is very important.
The World Tree has been attacked. It is just as the Great One, Plutomon, said.
The art style is very
We must
interesting. It
protect
like
the world from them. For this
I don't know if
purpose
this
and
is just
purpose
like
alone were you born.
like just the trailer, but it like bops between different styles of like anime, like chibi and then like something a bit more
Thing opens, then we'll be swarmed
realistic.
by Digimon.
Attack!
Please, everyone, lend me your strength
Everything's riding on
to
you.
move forward into the
We
future!
must fulfill our mission. Agent,
Interesting. I don't know. Okay, so like all of the Digimon games that I've played in the past have been like, well, there's some storytelling elements, but it's mostly just like the concept of getting the Digimon and like, exploring the world. So this one's interesting that it's got a bit more of like a structured story, like RPG vibe. Yeah, I was playing Digimon World 1 yesterday, which is like old school, old school. There's probably an even older one, but it's a PS1 game, but I was playing it on PS2. Another streamer I watched, the Digimon game, be her game of the year. Oh, dang. Hi, Victor. How you doing? Hi, Titan. Is that a Jasmine? Yeah, I have two. I have one over here, one over here. Cool. Well, that's exciting. I don't know. I'll have to maybe I'll watch some like gameplay before I end up getting it because I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. But that's exciting.
Lemon.
I've been playing a lot of Digimon. Well, I played a lot yesterday. Hi, Purple. Thank you for the follow. Your Jasmine's half dead? Oh no, why? Hi, Noad. How are you, baby? Yeah, so anyway, played a bunch of Digimon last night, the old games, and I had a lot of fun. I realized at the end of it how much I needed to play a game. It was a really good day though. Like I didn't feel like any guilt or anything about doing it. Like I had a really great work day, really productive, just everything in general. And then at the end of the day, I was like, I feel like playing this game. So we booted up, whole retro setup. I have an old PS2 that it's got to be like 20 years old or something. Like it's old. And there's like paint all over it. I don't even know where that came from. There's just paint all over it. It's seen better days, but it still works. Maybe you know what? Maybe one of these days I should use my capture card and play it on stream. It's so old and looks so like it looks old, but it's so good. And every time I see a new Digimon, I'm like, I love you. I got an ultimate Digimon yesterday. Oh my God, like it was amazing. Oh, the Xbox 360 works. I think it does. I have all these old consoles. I have a GameCube, I have a 360, I have a PS2. Um, I have the little Kinect that goes with the 360 as well. Plenty of retro gamers on Twitch. Yeah, I might. Like, I really love that game. I could sit and play for hours. I don't know like how far through the game I am already, but also there's so many other games I'd want to play if I did that. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah. Anyways, how are all you doing today? What are you guys getting up to? What are you working on? I will be continuing the 100 Heads challenge. I'm feeling pretty rusty this morning because I'm not really warmed up, but we'll warm up like we did last stream. Also, I checked yesterday. There's 49 Daenor figurines left, which is like insane to me, which means we're more than halfway sold out. So, guys, go get one. Go get it. Look at her. Look at this queen. Beautiful. Yeah, I was really excited to see that. I'm excited how many people are interested in her. And I think I can't wait to start seeing them on people's shelves. If you bought one, take a picture of her when you get it. I want to see it. I'm so excited. Painting Steve's gonna do the mirror stuff. Saying in public so you can tell stream if I don't. Yeah, Nexi has a job today. I gave him a job. We have this mirror that broke when I was on vacation, and it's been wrapped in a moving blanket. Like we really need to take care of it. We some of the pieces were already taken care of it in a box and like, away from the kitties, but we really need to take care of it. We need to decide whether or not we're gonna get rid of the frame. I don't know if it's salvageable, but get rid of the frame or possibly replace the glass, fix the mirror. So we'll see. Yeah. We're also gonna go see The Conjuring today. Have you guys seen it? I know we talked a little bit about it on stream, I don't know, a couple days ago, but we're finally going to see it. I'm super excited. We're going to one of those theaters that do like the food and the movie. So we're gonna be lounging in our chairs, eating delicious food, popcorn, vibing, watching The Conjuring. I feel like, I feel like we should have watched all the movies before going because there's gonna be parts I just like don't remember anything. But really, I'm just going there for the spooky. I just want to be scared. Do you think if The Conjuring was shown in an art gallery, it'd be called The Evoking? Guys, why is it that when you go to an art gallery, Every single description of the paintings is like, this evokes blah 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 blah. Like every painting, every painting. Why evoke? Why that word? There's a new film? Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Conjuring, what is it? I'll tell you what it is. The Conjuring Last Rites. One of the images from the um advertisement here is really creeping me out. I don't like that. I'm not gonna look at that anymore. It's always evoke. Use any synonym. A synonym always evoke. I know. The evoking last juxtaposition. You if you were an art gallery owner. Yeah, so we're gonna go see that. I think it's gonna be fun. Saw something about it. I didn't even realize it had come out. It's so weird because we saw Take Her Back, and then we saw the new 28 years or whatever. Um, but I didn't see any advertising about The Conjuring. Excuse me. I actually found out about it from my hairdresser. And then from my hairdresser, everyone in chat was like, "Yeah, go see it. It's really good." I haven't didn't see any advertising for The Conjuring. Yeah. Thank you, Yulo. That was a powerful sneeze. I felt it in my whole body. Plot twist, that was the advertisement. Yeah, right? She was paid. She was paid to do that. It wasn't, we went and we saw 28 Years Later, and then it was like all these other horror movies had come out, which is so funny because Nexie and I have seen like every single horror movie everywhere. Like we've watched everything, pretty much everything. So like when we want to watch a horror movie, it's always like, oh, where there is none. We've seen them all. So when we hear of new ones, we're like, hell yeah. And then it just seemed like after 28 years later, there just a bunch of them. I mean, it is spooky season, or it's like headed towards spooky season. But yeah. So I'm excited. We still have to see what is it, Sinners? And then Conjuring. I think Conjuring. Oh, and Weapons. We have to see Weapons too. There's so many movies to go see. Yeah, the Weapon one. Yeah. Ellie, thank you for the follow. How are you? Yeah, it's spooky season, so there's gonna be lots, lots and lots. I don't know if there's gonna be more than that. That's probably all of them. Weapons was good, yeah. Was it really gory? Because like I have this weird thing right now, and it's been somewhat recent, but it's like I have a hard time with the super gory stuff. I've never had an issue with it in the past, but suddenly I have a hard time with it. I always cover my eyes. Gore, no, very bloody. Oh yeah, bloody's okay. Bloody's okay. I can do that. It's like when you see like the wounds or like hear the sounds like that. I don't know. That's been kind of rough on me recently. Pumpkin spice season. Titan, I was having this conversation yesterday with Stiller, and I was like, all the pumpkin spice people need to actually eat pumpkins this year. They need to have the real thing, not just the flavor, not just the spice. Because the pumpkin is like super underrated. I live for this time of year because I make pumpkin soup constantly. And then like Starbucks with their advertisement being like real pumpkin. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a syrup in a bottle with spices. What are you saying? It's not real pumpkin. Roasted pumpkins and their seedlings. Yeah, we roast pumpkins, we roast the seeds, we do all of it. We don't waste any of the pumpkin. Hi, Carmen, how are you doing? Joe's going with the pumpkin spice thumbnail. Is he really? That's fantastic. Pumpkin spice, pumpkin spice. Yeah, I haven't been able, I haven't been able to have the pumpkins. I had one pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks and I was like, can't do it. I'm waiting for the local places to bring out their pumpkin spice because I have a hunch it's gonna be better. It's just really sweet from Starbucks. It's like it like so sweet it hurts. You know what I mean? It's just a little too much. I guess I could technically be like, hey, could I do less pumpkin in my pumpkin spice? Just like maybe like one squirt instead of two squirts, or however many, four or whatever that you put in there. Have to dilute Starbucks, 1 cup into two. Yep. Yeah, yeah. It depends on what I get. If I get, normally my go-to is a caramel macchiato. And if that's what I get, it's usually not too sweet. But if I get like one of their specialty, like the new drinks, it's always way too sweet. And somehow when I was a kid, I always used to have the what was it? The white chocolate mocha and like didn't die from that. But that it's so sweet now. Like I can't do it. How's that not sweet though? How's what not sweet?
Lemon.
Why are you calling me out? What do you mean? Moshi, thank you for the follow. How are you today? Gotta ask for less sugar. Yeah. Caramel macchiato is a little different because it's like the sweetness, I think like, it comes from the drizzle versus having a lot of um versus having a lot of the like pumped syrup. Does that have pumped syrup? I don't actually know. It doesn't taste like it does. It tastes like it's just the drizzle and coffee and milk. But what do I know? I don't know. It's less sweet. What if they made a peep latte? Wait, Nexi, you weren't here when I can't say the name or I'm gonna dox myself. When our local coffee shop had the peep latte. Did you have the peep latte when you were here? I don't think you did. I think it was a spring thing. There was actually a peep latte. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure so Molly tried it. They had two versions. I'm gonna try it even if I got sick. It's actually really good. So they did a coffee, like a latte version, and then they also did a matcha version. So like the matcha version obviously is like less intense than the coffee. I think both are really good, but the matcha one kind of had this like Fruity Pebbles flavor to it. They also had a Fruity Pebbles latte, which was fantastic. So good. Yeah, but the peep latte, hold on, this is the best part. It came with whipped cream on top, and then they put a peep on it. It was a peep. It was so good. I only had it a few times because like it was also pretty sweet. But it was one of those things where you're like curious enough to go, ooh, a peep latte. All right, I'm in. Let's try that. And same thing when they did the Fruity Pebbles. Uh, Have you guys ever had like I feel like this is a thing that coffee shops, at least here in America, are doing, where it's like these wacky flavors. And some of them are like super nostalgic too. Um, there's a coffee shop here where when we have the anime conventions, they do like Pokemon themed drinks. And then, excuse me, there was another one. I can't remember, but like super unique, like really cool drinks. You tell our local coffee shop, Real Name Coffee is downtown Iowa. I guess it doesn't really, I don't know if it really matters if people know where I live. Once I start doing local events, like y'all are gonna know where I'm being. Whether it's home or I'm traveling, like you're gonna know where I'm at. Hi NA, how are you? Who is this cool artist streamer person? I don't know, I think you're looking in the mirror. How are you, NA? It's good to see you. Oh man, I'm waiting for the coffee to kick in before I do anything productive. Happy Sunday to you. What do you got going on today? We're gonna go see The Conjuring, I think. I'm looking at my to-do list here. I have a to-do list even for the fun stuff. Do you guys do that? I've got to do that. Because if I don't have the fun stuff on the to-do list, guess what? It doesn't get done. I don't let myself do it. Maybe we switch to live stream and walk to Starbucks. Chat, do we go instead of drawing today? Hold on, let's just throw drawing out the window real quick. Instead of drawing, you guys want to go for a walk? Today's chill day. Catching up on some anime. Ooh, what are you watching? Approve of this idea. Take us out for coffee. Could be fun. Could be fun. Walk Stream Peak. Could be fun. I don't know if mm, would I have to stream from Twitch? I'd have to think about how I do that now with my current setup. Let me look at something real quick. Let me double check here. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Do 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 do. Gonna unironically fly us out to Iowa to keep the joke that we're in this state. I mean, we are. Duh. Let's see. I might have to do a little bit more research into this, but oh no, let's not do that. One of these days, let's go on a walk. We'll do that. I don't know about today. I do want, I mean, as much as I love to be like, let's neglect everything, I also want to draw today. I made some really good progress. I'm actually working on a digital piece. It's a commission piece, but the client and I are in communication, you know, through my art block and all that. So I'm like picking it up again. And I had so much fun painting on it yesterday. Um, I'm really excited to finally wrap it up and deliver it, but yeah. Whatever time of day it is for y'all. It's morning, it's early. It's only 9:30 a.m. Most people aren't even like conscious at this hour. I've been trying to get up again at 6, but my body's just like, no, you wake up at 7. But like my alarm goes off and then I snooze it until 7. And I'm like, why don't I just set my alarm for 7? Why do I do this to myself? Watching Sakamoto Days, Dan to Dan, Lord of Mysteries, Gotcha Kuda. I might be saying that wrong. I've heard of some of these, but I've not seen any of them. Wall behind you looks pretty. I finally got my art up and I'm slowly adding to it. Um, I think this weekend I'm gonna finish these two. They're really close to being done. I just need to do some work on the edges and then uh maybe do another layer of the gold. And I think I might go in with like a darker gold as well. But yeah, I'm almost done with those. Need to learn to pronounce Japanese fluently still. My bad. Anime in the works, you say? Anime in the works. Did I say that? What about the mirror one? Oh, the mirror canvas Noad? So I'm I'm a little bit at a standstill with that one. I can show you where it's at. It's kind of a mess at the moment. Okay, so big boy here. Right now, the mirror is very dirty because obviously I've like plastered all this on here. So I've got to clean up the mirror, but I've had some like cracking that I'm a little concerned about. So I kind of want to do like a little bit of research just to make sure that none of this is going to come off. I don't think it is. I went over and I like filled the cracks and things like that, but there's still a couple more. So I just want to make sure that before I move forward with it, it's good to go. But I think it's fine. I need to scrape off a lot of the plaster here and then I'm going to paint it. And initially my concept was I was going to do something kind of like my black and white abstract art on this, but I don't know now. Now I'm like, do I go in with gold? Do I carve into it? Do I draw something completely different? Do I leave it as it is? Do I just like clean it up? I don't know. So this one's in the works, but it's just been kind of sitting aside while I work on some other stuff. Hi, Fox. Glad to hear you had such a good time going back to something you were blocked on. That's awesome. Yeah, I've been feeling really good about art. I have so much going on right now. Also, we're like a third of the way to the easel, so pretty soon I'm gonna be doing the really big canvases on stream as well. And that's one of the things that's kind of holding me back at the moment because it's a lot easier to work on these when they're propped up, but like I don't want to be doing a ton of painting when it's on the wall because I'm worried about like getting it everywhere. So I'll be doing more of the big stuff on stream as well once we get the easel. And we're a third of the way there, so we'll get there. But yeah, so there's that one. And I also still want to do the one that I mentioned to you guys with the flower. I still want to do that one. You know, that's what all the like flower studies were for, was to like prepare me for what I was going to do with that. And that gave me some ideas. I have tons of ideas floating around. There's like every day I wake up, there's never a shortage of what can I work on or what do I want to work on. Oh, hi, Avis. Avis, did I say hi to you? I think I missed your message. Yeah. So that mirror, actually, the pieces of mirror that were on there came from the mirror that broke, the one that we need to check on today. Yeah. Easel Knievel. Brought a portable easel with me to the dorms. Really want to try oil and more acrylics this year. Sounds exciting, Sil. Oh, no, Ed, I'm so excited for you. That's gonna be a good time. I think it'll be really nice to bring your art supplies with you. Stunned easel. It has wheels. You guys are gonna see you guys are gonna see me like jumping onto the easel and just straight up rolling across the room. Here's the art. See ya. Oh my God. I'm fully like, I have these ideas. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna make it work, but I have these ideas for the easel where I want to like mount stuff on it. So like, here's my vision. Are you ready? I want to mount a camera on it, first of all, so that the camera can be like close up and personal with the painting. And then I also want you guys to be able to see me on this camera painting it directly. Then I also want to be able to mount like if I don't know exactly what this is gonna look like. So like in my mind, I'm thinking corkboard, something like that, where I can have my like references pasted next to it. That's also, I want to mount something like that. And then I had another idea. This is so unhinged, you guys. I've been thinking about this easel a lot. So my other idea is I have a small iPad that I would like to mount maybe somewhere like maybe above or around there so that I don't always have to turn around to look at chat. I can just read chat from the iPad. I got this vision for this easel, okay? Like it's basically already in my space. It belongs in my space. I know what it's gonna look like. I know how it's gonna function. I know what I'm gonna use it for.
Lemon.
It's like I've been thinking a lot about this easel. Hi, Emerald. How are you, baby? Naira, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Yeah, all of that. And I don't know if it's the safest approach, but yeah, it'll be on wheels. Oh God. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. So to become an iPad kid, I've always had an iPad. I've always had like, see, whenever there's tech, when it comes to art or making art on it, I'm always like, ooh, I gotta try it. So I've had an iPad. I have the mini one right now, which I actually really like drawing on. I have the mini one, and then before I used to have the 12-inch, but I found that to be it was a little too big in my opinion for like being a portable tablet. Um, the only thing I don't have anymore is the massive Cintiq. Like I have that back at my parents' place because it was a lot in my space and I definitely don't have the space for it now. But I have a 16-inch Cintiq. I have um the Move Ink. I actually really like, is it the Move Ink or Move Ink? I don't know how they want to say it, but yeah, I have that as well for like going to coffee shops. That one's really nice because it's really thin and it's still a screen. So you can like use it like an Intuos, but you can also have an extra screen when you use it. It's really great. Yeah. Fainting while listening to Critical Role, just happened to look over to see you Tokyo Drift. That's gonna be me on the easel. By the way, if this is your first time hearing about the easel, you guys, I have a tip goal right now, and every $20 towards the tip goal gets a 4-pack of art prints, and every $50 you can also get a original abstract piece from me as well. So goes towards the goal, but you also get some goodies along with it. So if you guys are interested in that, you can make my vision for the easel come to life. It's gonna be so silly. I'm probably gonna regret most of these decisions, but it'll be fun. You know, we'll Tokyo drift our way through the art. Been so long since I've seen you live. Missed your vibes. Oh, Amra, it's good to see you. I'm officially back to streaming. I took a little time. Well, when I say a little time, I took a lot of time. There was a lot of stuff that I had to go, work through in terms of like my art and the streaming, and I think your girl was just tired and not really aware of what I needed at the time. So now I am. And I'm feeling a lot better and I'm really excited to be back. I'm super, super excited to be back. How have you been, Emrat? Hi, Richard. How are you? Bought a Canvas 20 last year, had to give back because it came defective. Oh, that's disappointing. It was a monster, not easy to carry around. Now I'm into us again since May while searching more other display tablets. Got it. Not sure if I'll spend money on a display soon though. Noad, I would recommend the Movink. It's still a Wacom brand, but it's a screen and it's smaller than my Intuos. So it's like 1080p. I think it's, hang on. I don't know like how big it is, but I'll show you. So it's plugged in right now, but this is how big it is. It's about maybe like a little wider than my Intuos, but look how thin it is. Okay. And it's a screen. Fantastic. I am a coffee shop painter, so I take this bad boy with me to the coffee shop and it works fantastic. Um, the only thing that sucks is that you need some kind of stand for it. It doesn't have arms to prop it up. But I didn't end up buying the stand through Wacom because it just seemed very overpriced to me. So I have one of those. It's a laptop stand. Let me show it to you. So it's a laptop stand, but it works really well as a stand for the screen itself. Yeah. Is this individual from a laptop or PC or connected to something? So it's connected one plug to my laptop. Super easy. Super duper easy. Doesn't have a power supply or anything. That's why I really like it for going to the coffee shop because I can just take my laptop and then use it anywhere. Not sponsored, by the way, but I would love to be. I've tried to reach out to them constantly because they talked to me about in the past with traveling and stuff. There was obviously something was going to happen, but I haven't been able to get a hold of them. But I have their tablet because, I think it's very useful for people who travel, as someone who did that for a very long time. Yeah. So I would definitely recommend it. I feel like it would be great for school if you, especially if you want to like take it with you to class or like use it in between classes. But also if you're like me, I'm just constant coffee shop goer and I can take this and work at a coffee shop, no problem. It's really great. And it's significantly cheaper than their Cintiq Pros, which are really clunky and heavy too, so like not good for moving around. You can. I did that with my 16-inch for a really long time. It was just hard. Yeah. They they have another one that's like its own tablet, but I haven't tried it. And to be honest, the ones that I've used in the past, I used the Mobile Studio and I was not a big fan. It got really hot, and didn't it like got really hot and when it was hot, it didn't function very well. Like it was kind of slow. And it was while it was also a 4K screen, the screen was or was it 4K? No, I think it honestly, I can't remember exactly if it was 4K, but the all the buttons were like way too tiny. Yeah. You connect it to a laptop or PC if you wanted to, though. The one I have, you have to connect it to a laptop or PC. There's another one they have that I haven't used that you don't have to hook it up to, but I don't know anything about that one. I haven't used it. This one's great though. Like no power supply, plug it right in, still a screen, very small. It's thinner than the Intuos. Let me get you guys a link for it. Hold on. I'll show you the one I'm talking about.
Lemon.
All right. This is the one, oops. This is the one I have. It's the, I don't know how to pronounce it. Movink. I'm assuming it's Movink. It's meant to be mobile, but it's still pricey, but like cheaper than an iPad, but still like as portable and functional as an iPad. And you know, not as expensive and also as clunky as the Cintiqs, but it's still a screen, which blew my mind. Yeah. Here, I'll show it again, the size of it. Oops, I almost unplugged it. So it's plugged in, so it's hard for me to show it properly, but this is about the size of it. Hold on, let me get closer. You can see it like compared to my head. So yeah, it's small, but it's big enough that you've got a whole screen to work with, and it's 1080p. Screen's really nice, honestly. And I believe you can also use it like an Intuos. I haven't tried it like that. I've used it as a screen, but yeah. And I dropped the link to the one that I bought. I actually got this a couple months ago. With that one, can you buy those small key button tables for quick work? Yeah, so this I use, let me show you what I use with it. Where's my remote? I use the Wacom remote that came with one of my older tablets. This works, but I believe you could probably also use something like the TourBox or even something that's like not created specifically for artists, but rather like anything where you can bind keys. I'm sure you can use that as well. Um, it connects to the PC like a tablet, like a screen. So works the same. But I use this one because it's just compatible with the Wacom tools. I love this thing. I'm obsessed with it. I have been playing with the TourBox though, for my iPad because I hate the touch controls on the screen. And the TourBox is pretty nice. It's very like solid, you know? It's well made. Real quick reminder, you guys, in a couple weeks, I'm gonna be wrapping up the giveaway for the unpainted version of Dayanora. So you guys, here's the painted version. But if you are a sub, you can join our giveaway with if you type !demon and you can get yourself a unpainted, enter into the unpainted giveaway. Also, Fox!
I want to see this easel. And I want to support you, and say thanks for all your helpful chats. You're helping me think about my art in new ways, Silas Hart.
Oh, Fox, that was such a nice message. Oh, thank you, Fox. Oh my God. Okay, Fox. First of all, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. That's $50 more towards the easel. I'm so excited. We're just about halfway there now. But Fox, make sure you open up a ticket in the Discord, and I'm gonna get you either I'll do a custom piece for you, or you can choose one of the ones that I've done. I'll send you some examples. Okay? Thank you so much. That's so nice. Can we get some hype in chat for Fox? Thank you. Yeah, make sure. I think you're already in the Discord, but just go ahead and open up a ticket in there, and then I'll get back to you after stream. I'll send you the goods. Yeah, that's the right one. Thank you so much. I'm over here, I'm talking about Dayanora, and I'm like, oh my God, a coin to your Witcher? Who did that? Thank you, Fox. Okay, so as I was saying, if you guys want to join the giveaway, it is open to subscribers. I have this unpainted in-piece version of Dayanora, so if you guys want to paint her, you can. Um, Subscriber only, exclamation point demon if you want to join. Or if you want the fully painted version, like you see here, I do have her available on the pre-order page. You can also buy an unpainted version there as well if you don't end up winning the giveaway. But there are 49 of her left. That's it for the pre-order, for this pre-order price. So you guys go and check her out. I can't wait to see pictures of her on your shelves. I'm like, oh, I'm just excited. But anyway. Giveaway, all that good stuff. Why do I want a remix of the song where they say a coin to your Witcher? Who did that? Somebody clip it and, new song. Oh, I love it. Take care, Titan. Add lizard and it's done. Perfection. Nailed it. All right. What do you guys say we get to draw some portraits? Also, I just noticed on my Twitch dashboard, it says 18,666 followers. Just the 666 sitting there staring at me. All right. What are you guys working on today? Wrapping up some gestures with ink pen. Might join the 100 head challenge after. I love it. Oops. That's not how you spell. All right, let's warm up a bit. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Valley of Lizard. 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 Feel rusty? Haven't been drawing a lot this week. Very easy to lose track after more than 3 days without drawing. No worries, Noed. You'll pick it right back up. Oh, I angled. All right, that's fine. Like my reference is angled completely differently, but that's all right. That's all right. We're gonna roll with it, you know? No mistakes in this house, only happy accidents. I'm drawing her slightly tilted based on because I started slightly tilted. That's okay. I feel like you're supposed to, yeah. It's fine. My drawings have been all over. I think with the Noed, with the rustiness, like I definitely feel what you're saying, and I think one of the traps um I would fall into if if I stopped drawing, like past me would be like, "Oh, you're rusty, so like it's not gonna work out, right?" But I think it's really important to still give yourself the chance to like do it bad, right? So that you can get back to how you were doing it before. I had this really bad habit of telling myself I couldn't do something until XYZ, until like I did it better or until I warmed up or until I practiced. And I was like, why do these rules exist for me? Like, just do it. Like, the rules themselves are getting in the way of doing it, enjoying it, and improving on it, you know? That was something I really, for a long time, really fought myself with. Hey, Rocket, how's it going? Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty. Oh valley of plenty. I feel like I should have left some space here. Going okay, just waking up. How about you? Not too bad. I feel more energetic today. The coffee hit, right? The coffee hit different today. I got a little bit more sleep yesterday too. Honestly, like not that much, but a little more than I have been getting. Toss a coin to your witcher. Da, da, da. Ooh. Got a COVID booster. I was all groggy yesterday, but still worked a bit on painting. Ugh. God, I hated how I felt after I got my COVID shot. Did you work on 2D painting or did you do 3D? 3D figure. Plenty. It's gonna be stuck in my head big time. I think I drew it slightly too low. "100 faces today." And hey, that sounds like torture. Let's aim for like 10. We could do that. Also, welcome back, NA. Do, 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 do. Mostly fixed a 2D painting, also made a 3D mini of the same painting. Ooh, I love that. What reference are you using? It does the 100 head challenge come with 100 references. So Fox, what I like to do is I just go to unsplash.com. Here, I'll send you the link. Unsplash.com. And I just type portrait and I just down the list. And just go right down the list. I like occasionally I'll sort of pick and choose, but for the most part I'll just go right down the list because it takes me even longer to decide, is this a reference that I want to use? And that's, for me, that's not like the point of this challenge. So I just go right down. Yep. And Unsplash doesn't have, from what I've seen so far, doesn't have any AI. So if you guys are on Pinterest and you're like, oh my God, everything is AI, go to Unsplash. It's better. And you can similarly, like you do on Pinterest, you know how when you click on an image on Pinterest and then like it recommends more images to you that are similar? Unsplash also does that. And that's kind of like my unhinged way of finding references. I'll go down this rabbit hole, basically. Um, it's it's not as like creative as suggesting some of the images as Pinterest is, but it's still really helpful for that. So I definitely recommend Unsplash. Feeling a bit bummed. I mostly got negative feedback on it, despite I felt like I salvaged it a bit. Oh, Rocket, I'm sorry to hear. Rocket, I know that like I think sometimes when we share a piece and like, we're just of the mind where we're constantly improving and learning and trying to get better. I think it's really easy for people to just kind of point at the things that might still be wrong with it. But I think it's important to recognize that you did do that extra work. You salvaged it in the way that you felt was really important and give yourself a pat on the back for that. I think what's most important is you feel that way. Other people might see it differently, but that doesn't mean that, your vision wasn't there and the work didn't go into it. I definitely, I think it takes intention and awareness to comment on work in a way that isn't just like, yeah, good job, you did more, but like also this is still wrong. You know what I mean? I think the only reason I'm aware of that is because I am a teacher, and if I was to approach every single student and be like, yeah, good job, but like that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. Like that's not a motivating space to be in. So just remember that not everybody also has that practice or awareness that like we need that encouragement. I'm so sorry though. This it's really disheartening when you feel like you've saved it or you've done, you've done what needed to be done to get it to where you wanted it, and then someone else is like, actually, actually. Different people appreciate different things in the criticism. Yeah, for sure. I get it though. Like it's hard to hear that when you've also like you feel you've salvaged it and then someone still is like, says something back where it's like, well, no, it still needs this. But, it's important that you like it more than, above anything else. I messed up the eye. I messed up the eye. That's okay. We'll just we'll just give her lots of makeup. That's okay. And actually, that might be, you know what? I think that was actually a win. Let's just go that way. Look at that. Extra mascara. Nailed it. That's what I do on my bad days too. I'm like, I'm not looking so good today. Let's just put some makeup on. Nothing a little makeup won't fix. You know what I'm saying? Oh, valley of plenty. I'm back to using the really skinny fine liner. I was using the Tombow pen and I really enjoyed this, but like drawing this small, I was like, I think I want a little bit more precision of the fine liner. You know what I'm saying? The fine liner. The fine liner. So we're back with the fine liner, doing fine things. Oh, valley of plenty. Some mascara, some winged eyeliner, some googly eyes. That's what I'm gonna do next time I mess up a drawing. I'm just gonna put googly eyes on them. If anyone says anything, I'll be like, actually, that was intentional. How dare you question the googly eyes? See, I think like anytime you make a mistake, if you just handle it with, some grace, some confidence, a little bit of conviction, nobody's gonna harass you for it. Like, what are they gonna do if they're like, oh, that looks wrong? And you're like, no, it doesn't, idiot. They're gonna be like, what? Actually, I'm an expert, okay? 100 googly-eyed faces challenge? Oh God, I would nail it. All right, well, notes to myself. This is my style. See, See, the funny thing, okay, here's the funny thing. Because I know that like I'm constantly working on my craft, I have no shame being like, "Ah, actually, that's my style. I did that on purpose." Because like the only time that I would feel bad about that is if I was like, I was using that as an excuse to not develop my work. But I'm developing my work. So the hilarious thing would just be like, yeah, that's my style. It's not wrong, it's my style, but
Lemon.
it's fine. It's fine. They're gonna take you to art court where Silas says the judge. It's me. It's me. I'm the next Judge Judy, but for art. Hi, Code Hemi. How you doing, baby? Rowan, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Nosferix, thank you for the follow as well. I missed you a little bit earlier. But thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. It's my style, chat. When it's wrong, it's my style. When it's right, it's because I'm so gifted. All right, who's our next victim here? Unsplash has some new portraits. Okay, let's go see the portraits. This guy's got some cool glasses. I want some glasses with yellow lenses. That's badass. I need some new glasses. I need to just pick a reference. I've drawn some of these though. Let's do. Let's do this one. All right. Do 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 do. Have a song stuck in my head since yesterday. I'm gonna blame NA for mentioning this song. How's Nexie today? He's good. He's good. He was picking up some of my chores this morning because I slept in. I mean, we both slept in, but like, I slept in and he was like, I got it. I'll help out. He's been doing that all week. Can we get a little round of applause for Nexie? Nexie's been like keeping the house in order while I sleep in and stream and do all this stuff. He's been feeding me. Although I finished work early yesterday and he was in his D&D game, so I was like, I'm gonna do something nice. So I cooked pizza for him instead, and I was like, look, I cooked today.
No, thank you.
Wait, come back. Say it again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Encore. Guess who also accidentally slept in? Hi, LS. Don't worry, Nexie has been helping out in your place. He's been doing a great job. Look at that. He picked up the chores. He picked up some of the commands. He's doing a dance now for chat, so I don't have to. Hi, Pop. That's all good. LS probably needed the sleep. No worries. All good. We were fine here. I mean, chat's pretty chill most of the
Lemon.
time. Chat, don't make me regret saying that. Distum, thank you for the follow. What are you doing? You're frightening me. Don't conjuring me until we get to the movie, okay? Don't stand in the corner and I don't think. Wait, go in that corner. We need more dances. Here, put on the googly eyes, babe, and then do a little dance. Where did the googly eyes go? What are you doing? I'm supposed to be drawing. I'm supposed to be earning the easel.
Coffee again.
Oh, again? Yes. Here's my cup. I'm gonna drink some water while I wait for that. Don't forget to tip your dancers.
Lemon.
The tips to our dancer, he's gone now, goes to the easel. Yeah. Alice comes in the kitchen on fire after picking up the pizza meme. Hi, Kobu. How are you doing? Is he a theater kid? No, he's just a goofball. All right. Let me get back to my drawing here. I think we bonked the camera. Yeah, we did. Might as well be. Oh, funny stuff. Funny stuff. Funny stuff. Ding dong, ding dong, dee. What's the difference between theater kid and a goofball? I don't know. You'd have to define it for me, Yulo. Oh, that's not the line that I thought my hand was gonna make, but you know, we're gonna roll with it. We are rolling with it. Here we go. Nope, I hate it. I hate it. Let's pretend it's not there. It's just my style, chat. It's just my style. Do 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 ba 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 ba. What are you guys working on today? Is anyone doing this with me? Am I doing this 100 heads alone? Tell them so. Anytime someone comes in and is like, actually, I'm gonna be like, that's my style. Let me move this. Hang on. Oh, all right. What? No, no, I got some this morning. Yeah, thank you.
Toss a coin to your witcher.
Oh, Valley of Plenty.
Oh, Valley of Plenty.
Nexi dances deserve tips.
Did you listen? Wait, did you hear what it said? NA, thank you for the tip. I don't know if Nexi heard it. He's making coffee right now. When he comes back in, I'm gonna tell him. So NA just tipped and said your dances deserve a tip. Thank you, NA. I appreciate you. That's going towards the easel. Guys, we're halfway. We're halfway.
That's going to the dancers.
I'm over here like, yeah, we're gonna get the easel, and Nexi's like, you buying me coffee, bitch. Been super hot over here. Energy's been drained. Trying hard to regain energy for drawing. Oh, I feel that. It's so hard to do anything when it's hot. It's like disgusting when especially when like you just can't escape it. Like you're just sat there in the heat sweating and it's like I can't go anywhere with this. My shiny teeth that sparkle. All right, let me think about this. About there. Thank you guys for the tips today. I really appreciate it. It's all going towards the new easel. I'm going to do some larger paintings on stream with it. But also if you tip $20, I'll send you a pack of 4 prints, and if you tip $50, I'll send you a custom abstract drawing as well. So you're supporting and you get some goodies. And you know, if you just want to support the dancers, that's also fine. Also fine. We're okay with that. Sing it. I've had mute like just so many like goofy songs stuck in my head recently. Do 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 do. Ba, 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 ba. Shiny teeth that twinkle, just like the stars in space. This is pose right now that I'm sitting and drawing. My hips are turned this way and my torso's turned this way. Imagine posture. Oh my god. Hello?
Hello.
Coffee. Wow. Thank you. Scoliosis is hitting hard. Ask Siri to beatbox for you. Siri, let's go. We've got songs to sing, Siri. I can't make the music, but I can sing it. Contra body movement position, a position pose from ballroom. Nailed it. I didn't realize I was doing it until I was like, wow, this hurts. Ooh, that's painful on the spine. Okay, this part here, chat, let's pretend that doesn't exist. That's, no. Uh-uh. Let's write a little note there. Hair too big. Big. Hi, Kaylee, how are you? Trying to do that's cool. Do, 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 do. Sometimes you know what line to do, but your fingers get a spasm. Why is that so true though? Literally, that was that line. I was like, all right, I know exactly where this is going. It's like, who did that? Who put that there? That wasn't me. That was my brain was did not say put that there. No, my brain said put it here. Right here. It's fine though, guys, because it's just my style. All right, all right. Number 20. Nailed it. I'm gonna take a couple notes on this one though. Definitely, I feel like my eye angle, I need to pay attention to the angle. So like the points where like the outer edge, the peak of the lid, and then that inner corner. I need to pay more attention
Lemon.
to those. Um, I think I'd like to spend a little bit more time on the edges of the face and kind of capturing a bit more form in terms of like the cheekbone, the jaw. I won't spend too much more time doing it on this one, but I think I'd like to bring an emphasis to that. I've really been focusing a lot on like how to by just being quick with those proportions, less so about detail, but like I do want to retain some of the likeness. So, and again, these are like fast. I would I approach them kind of similarly when I do like I plan to finish a drawing. I do approach like the sketch part of it similarly, but I definitely do a bit more like moving things around
Lemon.
as I finish a piece. Yeah. Salesman, thank you for the follow. Alted, thank you as well. Logic Nova, thank you guys for following. How are y'all doing today? Where are you finding me from? You just browsing Twitch or are you coming from my socials?
Lemon.
King, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Let's try this one. What was that? 21? Yeah. All right. Nope. Nope. Mm-mm. Also, let me know if you're doing the 100 heads with me. This is my second time doing the challenge. Really enjoying it. A lot more than, well, I tried it one time prior and I realized that I had some unrealistic expectations about it. So coming back in and having an intention behind them, I think has been really helpful. So let me know if you're trying it as well. Hey Jafar, how are you? Found you by browsing, attempting the 100 head challenge myself. Love how you draw expressions. Thank you, King. Good luck to you. It's a journey. What number are you on now? Or are you just starting? Do 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 do. Don't mind those lines. Do do do. Done about 11. Hey, that's all right. That's a great start. For your drawings, do you have an intention on what it is you're trying to focus on improving? Or are you just like doing a general practicing drawing the head itself? I've kind of gone in with this intention I mean, I want to get faster anyway, but I'm really focusing on precision of the anatomy and kind of noting the mistakes that I make each time, and then each time kind of trying to keep those things in mind. So you can see I'm taking notes here as I do it. I don't know what this is in this reference. There's like something in the foreground. Chillin', derping, doing some writing before I do art. How are you peeps? Doing pretty good, Jafar. Doing pretty good today. Doing 100 heads challenge. Super excited about Dayanora. We've got 49 figurines left, which is really exciting. I'm stoked that people like her. Pretty much looking to do the same as you, hoping to improve the process, also understand what to do better, especially when it comes to expressions. Yeah, I think it's really good to go in with an intention, and because that's like completely changed how I approach it. I think the first time I tried it, my intention was like do 100 decent looking drawings, and I'm like, that feels unsustainable because my God, but also very time consuming. And then there was the part of it where I was like, I don't necessarily know, like, what's the point of doing 100 good drawings? And so I think going in with my intention of like, focus on the proportion, like that's the goal, like nailing that, knowing where those things go, building like a pattern to how I approach it even. It's been super helpful. And also makes it feel much more sustainable as well. Expressions can be tough. Yeah. I said this was it yesterday? No, I didn't have time to stream yesterday. Friday when I was streaming, I said how like I'm just always observing. I'm just always like looking at people, looking at things. Um and like I think that really helps when it comes to things like expressions. Like it feels when I think about someone emoting or expressing, like I kind of can envision what that might look like because I've spent so much time just being a weirdo and like looking at people like, oh, they're excited. Oh, they're sad. Oh, they're angry. It's probably my hypervigilance from childhood talking, but we won't go into that. I'm also, King, I don't know if you're doing it all in ink, but I'm doing it in ink as well for the extra challenge. Every mistake is forever. Imagining the barista at the coffee shop noticing Syl looking at her and Syl just going, I'm just memorizing your smile. So, somehow that sounds creepier, Rocket. Oh, don't worry. I'm just trying to look for your address in your face so I can find you later. I'm just memorizing what your smile looks like so that when it goes away, I won't ever forget it. Oh my God, Rocket. Okay, so duly noted, Rocket is creeping me out. No, I love it. That's hilarious. Okay. I kind of every time like when I first started doing these, I had a lot of like landmarks and measurements and things, trying to go in without those now, but like it definitely still helps to be thinking about like where some of these elements of the face are like ending and beginning and like how I'm framing them. And I think the really helpful thing about doing this has been being able to rely on those landmarks while I'm practicing like this in a very quick way without like ruining a drawing, right? But then also over time, I've realized there's definitely moments where I don't need the landmarks, or I can actually like try to do it without those landmarks, and that helps the speed so much. It like makes it like I can see it even though I haven't drawn it, which is very useful. I'm always like what I'm really conscious of at the moment is just really paying attention to I think I went a little bit high with the brow there, but really paying attention to like the angle of things, particularly how things line up and like the angle of the eyes and the brow. I think those are really important elements to capture likeness, to get those right.
Lemon.
Hey Junker, thank you for the follow. Did see a video where a group of friends was sitting in a cafe drawing other people. I love that. I actually think that that's very fun. It's just you have to be quick because people are constantly moving. I guess it's a really good way of practicing something like this. Hey, Vicrio, thank you for the raid. How are you? How was your stream? Raid time, raid time. Can we get some emotes in chat to welcome our raiders? Hi, Rookie. Hi, Junkers. Hi, Vicrio. It's good to see you. How was your stream? Thank you so much for coming in with the raid. How have you been? I know I've been back for a few weeks, but I know prior to that it was a little spotty. But I'm officially back. I've been streaming as much as I can, for the past few weeks. If you have anything that you want to share from stream as well, let our mods know. Happy to see what you were working on. And those of you who are coming in from the raid, if it is your first time visiting, my name is Silas A. I'm an art streamer, and I paint and draw a lot of pretty ladies, but I also do a ton of abstract work as well. And I work traditionally and digitally, so I'm like, all over the place. Some of my digital illustrations. Grab some, hang on.
Lemon.
So, my pretty ladies, my portraits, I've got some character designs. Where is all my art? So my beauties here. These are my girls. And I have lots of these. If you guys want to see more, you can check out my website as well. But tons of these ladies. Like I said, also do the abstract work. So this stuff here.
Lemon.
Really excited about this piece at the moment. But yeah, and I've been experimenting with painting portraiture as well. So I've been a digital painter for almost a decade. But this is completely new to me, and it's scary, and exploring it, it's all new. But it's been fun. It's been really fun.
Lemon.
Seeing you for the first time since month. I gotta admit, currently bad on tuning into Twitch aside my stream
Lemon.
times. No worries, I totally get it. Happier I'm now to see you. Ended my stream saying you're one of my favorite art streamers. Aww. I love your new short hairstyle. Suits you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you came in. That makes me really happy to hear you say that. Thank you so much. What were you working on? Do you want to share something? Pretty ladies, also drawn ladies, and pushing the dudes aside for a bit. I just like drawn ladies. I'm the kind of artist that's like, someone will say, oh, you should draw more men. And I'm like, nah. It's not that I can't or that I don't want to. I just think at this moment, I'm like, I do what I want, okay? So anyway, those are my girls. I also have we've just released a figurine. So I'm telling everybody about this. I'm super stoked. I've got a pre-order going on for her right now. There was only 100 available. There's only 49 left. There may even be less now. I'm not sure. I haven't checked the site since I started. But have fully painted versions available as well as unpainted versions. So if you're a mini painter or you just want to like play around with painting a figurine, I do have the unpainted versions too. So anyone who's also a sub in chat this month, I'm going to be picking a winner to get an unpainted version. So if you're a subscriber, or if you want to share your Prime with us, or you're having a good time and you want to sub, if you sub, you can also, or if you get gifted a sub, you can also type !demon and join in her giveaway. Super excited. I'm going to paint her at some point on stream as well. I've never painted miniatures before, but I've been all over the place with my creativity, so I'm like, why not? Let's try. Let's see. But yeah, so I'm really excited about her as well. We got a lot going on over here. And we're doing the 100 heads challenge today. Well, we started it a couple days ago. Working on flats for an environmental piece looks very start level-ish. If you want, you can share my latest finished illustration. Absolutely. Yeah, feel free to share whatever you want. Just let our mods know before you link. Otherwise, the bot's gonna eat you. Do you use Photoshop or CSP or Rebel? I use Photoshop. I've used Photoshop since the dawn of my art time. Yeah. My shiny teeth that sparkle. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I'm doing the 100 heads challenge because I really want to force myself to focus on getting things accurate the first time. It's something that I feel like I'm less conscious with when it comes to digital because, when you make a mistake, you can just slide things around. But I've really been trying to work on proportion and precision and doing it very quickly, or as quickly as, I'm able to. think the and so as I do this, I take some notes about what I don't do, the things that I don't do in the way that I want to, and also sometimes things that work out as well. So helps me stay conscious of it. Okay, let me take a look. Oh, this is, oh, is that a snake? Oh, I love this so much. First of all, I'm obsessed with snakes. Love them. Second of all, I love the texture on this snake. I love how you've captured the scales without necessarily having to like draw every single scale, right? I think it works so well. And you've got all this beautiful detail on the snake's head. But then you know what I also love about this is like, so I think a lot of people are afraid of snakes, right? And so seeing a scene where the snake is kind of wrapped around this person almost in like this protective way, it feels very like soft and gentle. And I don't think that that's something we see very often with snakes. And I love it. This is so sweet. Thank you for sharing. This is really beautiful. I love how you did all the foliage too. Like, I'm definitely getting like person laying in a meadow vibes. Like it's just very, but it like has a fantastic twist to it where like the plants almost feel kind of magical. I love this. This is beautiful. Draw men, but why? Why would I ever do such a thing? You're welcome. I love this piece. Especially with big snakes too. Yeah, yeah. Snakes get such a bad rap. And like, of course there are snakes that are like you know, venomous and possibly dangerous and like I'm not saying that that's not a thing, but like not all snakes are dangerous. And sometimes they're just a little derpy. Little snake babies. So I think phase too long. I keep doing this. I need to keep this in mind. So I want to um I think with this one, you know what it was? Like she's kind of got this bit of like a downward tilt to her face. So I actually feel like the eyes were too high here. I'm gonna try to keep that in mind in the next one. Bring those down so we could make a little bit more space for the forehead. King, you have a pet snake. What kind do you have? People in my stream saying they dislike snakes and feel a bit mixed about the illustration. Found it very interesting to hear that. Yeah, it's almost like I think for a long time, so like my mom's really afraid of snakes too, and so like, you know, when you grow up in a situation where someone's like, "Oh no, these things are scary and bad," like it's really easy to also have that same feeling about them. And then when I was a kid, the first time I actually had an interaction was with a snake. I was on this playground with my dad, and someone it was like near this church, and I don't know why the snake was there. I don't know. Didn't get the lore. But someone had this snake. It was really big, and there was a bunch of kids like standing around, and they were letting all the kids like, you know, pet the snake and like talk to the snake and hold the snake. And that was my first interaction with this a real snake, and I was like this is so not scary. Like this snake is kind of cool. Like his scales feel funny and like he's interesting looking and like he was not threatening in any way. And so my relationship to snakes changed after that. And then every other time that I met a snake, it was in a very positive experience. So it's like there are things that, to be wary of and to know about snakes. But like when I think really the people who feel uncomfortable with snakes, I think the more exposure you get to them and you realize like there's really nothing to be afraid of if you know what you're doing, if you know what you're, how to handle them and like, things to look out for. And I even say that as someone who's like not an expert either. I just like had positive experiences with snakes. And I think it helps. But I will say that once you get the idea in your head that like something is bad, it's really hard to change that. So, by Creo, I had a similar reaction when I drew my snake lady, or not my snake lady, my spider lady, because people were like, "Oh, I don't like spiders. Like, I don't even want to look at this piece." And like,
Lemon.
I get that. I guess I get that. But at the same time, like, there's good things too. But I wouldn't be off put by it. I think some people just they have their likes and dislikes and fears and things. And I think it's a really beautiful piece. And I think it really represents what a snake can be as well. So I think that's really beautiful. Leo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you being here. How are you today?
Lemon.
Yeah, man. Kirks, thank you for the follow. How are you? Okay, let's see. I think I'm gonna move on from this one. I definitely feel like I know what I did wrong. Let's try this one. I'm trying to grab like different face shapes and features in my references too, because I want to make sure I try to capture some of those. Take care, Bike Creo. No worries. I know after stream I'm sure you have tons of stuff to do. Love your ink head, especially one on the right. See you still. Take care. Thank you for the raid. All right. That was 22. Hi, Kirks. Hello, good people. Doing fine for Sunday. Love the work. Thank you. Are you an artist as well, Kirks? Out more. I figured by the name, you got pencils in the name, so I was like, I got a hunch. A premonition, if you will. What do you like to draw, Kirks? Hashtag hunch. It's just my intuition. Love drawing Marvel and DC headshots. Hell yeah. One of the things I found really helpful with doing this too is that anytime in my brain I have a thought of like, okay, This is where I'm going to place it. This is how it's going to look. I also do that thing where I say, okay, well, if that's what I think it is, because, when I make a lot of these mistakes that I want to adjust, I'm always like, okay, if that's how I think it is, what would it look like if I push that further or I went in a different direction with it? And I feel like that is one of the things where before I make a mark, I say, okay, I'm going to try this differently than I did last time. And I think that is absolutely game changing. That's led me to some like really interesting outcomes that I otherwise wouldn't have seen or found because I'm just doing it the same way I've always done it. But like with this piece, for example, as I'm looking at my reference here, I'm like, okay, the shape of her hair is quite round. It feels like it has a lot of volume. But in my mind, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was part of my issue here. And so I'm like, what happens if I make the face a bit larger in comparison to how big the hair is? And what ends up happening is I go, oh, it looks proportionate now. But like that's the kind of stuff that I'm thinking about, and that's the kind of stuff that I think really helps the progression of these pieces because it's so easy to get into the routine of I'm just going to do it the same way I've been doing it and then, confused about what the outcome, why does it look the same? Or why am I not like leaning into some of these notes that I'm making? But I think once I make these notes, then I'm able to say, okay, so the eyes looked this way last time. Let's try them a different way this time. What does that sound? Just heard like a boop, like a droplet. Am I crazy? Am I hearing things? Gonna start the 100 head drawing challenge. Could learn something new myself. Love it. Let's go. We're doing this together. Find it interesting you're going almost the opposite of the Loomis method. Start with the brows and the eyes. Instead, you're going replacing the big planes of the face first. Yeah, this is Rocket. This has been one of the most interesting discoveries through this is that it it makes more sense to me to think of the big planes and then map those out because within those big planes, then I can fit the smaller structures. And so I mean, you follow my portrait drawing boot camp, and I think like visualizing those larger shapes first has always been super helpful for me. And then like seeing it over and over and over in this, I'm like, okay, if I can, it's so much easier to place those other elements accurately when I have the big parts. Whereas like I noticed that if I started with something like the brows or the eyes, they would often end up too large for the face overall. And then I would run into the same situation that I was running into where I was like, the eyes are too big, or it's not proportionate with the other features. So it's been really interesting. And I also really enjoy this process because, you know, there's not like a million lines to remember either. Like I really just kind of think about how does the actual frame of the face look, and then I draw everything around that. And the way that I break that down is I'll cut it in half here at the cheek, and that tells me what side of the face I'm looking at, which is so helpful, super helpful. But I feel like I'm like warming up now, so I'm feeling really good about this one. We got a raid! Kumi! Welcome in, Kumi. How was your stream? Can we get some hype in chat to welcome Kumi? I would love to see what you were working on today. If you want to send like a work in progress or you want to send like your latest piece. Yeah, I'm excited to see what you're doing. Let me drop you a follow as well. Thank you so much for coming in. We're doing the 100 Heads Challenge today. I'm on 23 at the moment. This is my second time doing it, but yeah, it's going okay. Good time with it. Played Grounded too. I don't know what kind of game is that. I've never heard of it before. Important news. Luna is climbing into her cat bed. Update. She's now making biscuits. Is she making biscuits at 350 degrees Fahrenheit? That's so cute. Those of you who are coming in, if you've never been to my stream before, my name is Silas A, and I'm an art streamer. I paint lots of pretty ladies. I do a lot of digital work, but I've been doing a lot of traditional work recently as well. So these are some of my digital ladies. I'm also an abstract artist, so as you can see behind me, lots of beauties here. Really enjoy doing that stuff. And I also talk a lot about the struggles that we as artists go through. So things like art block, imposter syndrome, comparison, burnout, that sort of stuff. I put 2 of these on here. But yeah, so a lot of fantasy art. Today I'm doing the 100 Heads challenge just to focus on practice and speed. Really enjoying it, learning a lot. Orc deserves more love, so 2 works. Yeah. Grounded 2, the protagonist has shrunk to the size of an ant and finds himself in the garden behind a house. Using materials from flora, fauna, and diverse civilization ways, he must rely on surviving in his hostile environment and finding a way to regain his original size. That sounds so goofy, but so fun. I love that. Yeah, I've never heard of it. Never played it before. Thank you so much for coming in, though. I appreciate it. Bum, 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 bum. I actually feel like, let's take some notes real quick. Nose too close to. I'm gonna pay attention to that next time. Really thoughtful here with my placement. As you can see, I'm taking my sweet time with this. So important to me, though. I really want to be very thoughtful with this. I also think I'm going to lower Don't want to go too intense with this angle, but the brow kind of has a bit of an upward angle there. Okay, we'll try that out. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was a video game. Someone saving from the heat. Want to draw, my hands feel icky. I want to cry. Oh no, Ed, I'm so sorry. That outer corner is a little bit higher than the inner corner on this figure. You finished your portrait? Oh, it's exciting. It was really close. I'm glad you finished it because I think the portrait was looking really awesome. You're looking past cool. Did anybody here watch the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon? Not the not the like there was two I recall. So one was like really cartoony, and then the other one was also a cartoon, but it was like pushed more towards this like realistic stylization. Did anybody watch that one? Or either one. I mean, I watched both, but the one he has these catchphrases. I don't know if it's the OG one, LS. I think it's like another one that was made, but he has these catchphrases in it where he's like, "That was past cool, man." Like, I don't even remember the other ones. What else did he say? I can't even remember right now. I just remember past cool because Nexi and I have been we've been saying it ironically. And it's filled with those memes. Yeah. I hear realistic Sonic and I think Sonic from the movie before he got redone. Oh God, no, not that far. It was like more realistic proportions and designs for the characters, but they were still like really cartoony, if that makes sense. I have no idea how to like explain this.
Lemon.
Lemon. Ard, thank you for the follow. How are you? All right. 23. Not me just wanting to draw horns and pointy ears on all of them. But that's not in the reference. But I might do it anyway. All right, next reference. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. It's just my style. It's what I see when I look at people, okay? They might not have horns and pointy ears, but it's my vision. I see it that way. Hi, Nairobi's. How you doing, baby? Have to work, quick drop in. Hope you're doing well. And the Fluke babies as well. So good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. I really relate to that need to put horns on heads. Why have heads without horns? That's what I always say. All right, let's see if I can fit one more on here. I see people and imagine them horny. Rocket, band. You done. Recent release of the Sonic. There's a Sonic Magic the Gathering cards? No, get out. You're memeing. Oop. No, it's real. Wow. All right then. Well, that's kind of interesting. I was, as a kid, I loved the cartoon, the Sonic cartoon. In my adulthood, the other Sonic thing I really liked. Uh, Sonic Adventures, was it Sonic Adventures 2? What was the one with the little creatures? The little What the heck were they called? Somebody in chat knows. I know someone's gonna say it. I bet you it's gonna be LS. Uh, the Chow. Chow, yes. Why did I know? Why did I know? Yeah, with the little cute guys, and then like you could combine them with little animals. Yeah, I liked that game too. I like the Sonic games as well. I feel like I don't like the memification of Sonic on the internet. And there's been like this, yeah, I don't like that part of it. But like I liked Sonic growing up. Madness of a game with more realistic art style and suddenly Sonic. Yeah. Yeah. Are you using refs? Yes. Yes, I am. Are you using refs? 1997. That is a question. All right. This one has little braids in her hair. I'm not going to focus too much on those details at the moment.
Lemon.
Alter, thank you for the follow. How you doing?
Lemon.
Lemon, Hound Tracks, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. How are you doing today? Oh, oh, realization.
Lemon.
Lemon. Gam, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So many follows today, you guys. Welcome. Is Sonic at least in Magic the Gather style rendering, or does it really look as out of place as it sounds? You know, I'm super curious now. Sonic MTG cards. Oh my God, why are they so expensive? Ugh. Are these it? I don't. This shows me nothing. Show me some images. Wait, what? Gotta go fast. Okay, first of all, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this because it's like it wants to be rendered, but it isn't. Yeah, so Rocket, he's got like the way that like half of him is painted is kind of like he's in motion, which I feel like the artist did a pretty good. I mean, the art's good, right? I feel like the artist did a pretty good job here. But then like it's I mean, I guess how do you draw a realistic Sonic? Yeah, I don't know. I get it. Yeah. Interesting, but weird crossover. Weird crossover, I think. Huh. Oh wait, here's some other ones. Wait, okay, no, these look kind of weird. Hang on. So this is kind of interesting because if these are the cards, and I don't know if these are the exact cards you're talking about, but like they look almost like 3D modeled. But I don't know if that's because like we're trying to capture a more realistic style and it's just showing the form makes the creature look off. But then like Knuckles is kind of flat. Like he's just kind of this flat dude on like this rendered rocky background. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I mean, again, how does one capture these creatures in a realistic way without also making them uncanny and creepy? So, I don't know, interesting. I didn't realize that there was Sonic and MTG collab. Still cartoony. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Realistic. Just draw a hedgehog and make it blue. Done. Done. Mhm. Wow, 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 wow. Final Fantasy, you can make a Moogle and a Chocobo look at least realistic. Yeah, I don't know. It's like interesting. It's interesting seeing the approach to the stylization.
Lemon.
Lemon. Uh, Fabia. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Mm-hmm. I also see. I'm gonna revisit some of my structure, and I think what happened is the tough thing about, I mean, tough thing about drawing anything, it's all built on relationships. So like as I notice things being off, so like for example, if I draw, this is why I think the structure is so important. If I draw the ears in the wrong position or the ears too large, it often makes the other features too large because I'm building on the features around it to make it work. So it's interesting. I definitely have to keep those things in mind. And I think, being able to kind of identify when something's off and like what's caused it to be off is really powerful in drawing because sometimes it's not so much that you're drawing it wrong. You may be seeing it in a way that misleads the way that you're approaching the drawing. So it's tricky, man. It's tricky. Sometimes I can like kind of fix it a bit if I go back in, but I don't like to focus too much on getting it as accurate as possible, but rather seeing the mistakes and then carrying that into the next piece. I think with a challenge like this, it's also really important to get like to not feel any particular way about the mistakes because like you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. That's the point. So like having a really strong emotional reaction to the mistakes also can get in the way of just like focusing on what's important, which is seeing those things that still need to be developed or that need to be fixed, and then taking them into the next portrait and being like, okay, I can do this. It's so easy, like when you're doing drawing after drawing after drawing, and like you keep seeing mistakes, and then you're like, at a certain point, it's like, am I just a bad artist, right? I think it's really important to be careful of that, and kind of what your brain is telling you as you go through this, because the mistakes are part of the process. And if you struggle with that, I actually think it's really, really good to do this in ink to expose you to what it feels like to make the mistake over and over so it can like desensitize you to it. It no longer has control over whether or not you decide to show up and draw or that you even keep going and drawing. All right, 24. Well, we did a page today. I'm, feeling pretty good about that. There's still like, I mean, I'm still seeing things that I'm doing and making mistakes with, but I think that's okay. I think it's a little more challenging on stream even because we're chatting and my attention is diverted, but I think we did pretty good. What do you use for gathering references? Oh, so I'm using Unsplash. Here, I'll send you the link. I want to make a command, I think. I'm using Unsplash for my references, and it makes it really easy because there's no AI that I can tell so far. There's no AI on the site, and you can just type portrait, search
Lemon.
portrait, and just scroll through and boom, 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 just draw as many. Like there's tons, so many. Barista Kermit, welcome. Thank you for the follow. All right. So reminder before I wrap up, I just want to let you guys know about Dayanora. Giveaway is going for our subscribers. So exclamation point demon in chat is going to get you a chance to win an unpainted version of her so that you can paint her however you like. Also want to mention the pre-order. You can get the fully painted version through the pre-order. You can also buy yourself an unpainted version if you just also want to paint it, but you don't want to wait for the giveaway. Yeah, 49 of those left the last time I checked. So if you guys want to get one, snag one now. She's only been live for about 2 weeks, so she's going pretty quickly. But yeah, I think I'm gonna raid. Let's send you guys off to someone else. Who is on right now? All right. Let's go see Lilia. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming today. We got another page of heads drawn. Next stream, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, wait, what is tomorrow?
Lemon.
I'm gonna be on tomorrow, and then I'll update you guys on what my plans are for the rest of the week. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll probably do more of these. If not, I might finish up this painting back here. So we'll see how that goes. Same time as usual. I'll see you guys at 9 a.m. Eastern. And if you guys want some more goodies off stream, make sure you check out Discord. We got a little community over there. I've also I do some posting over on Twitter and Blue Sky about the artist struggles that we go through, so you guys can check that out. And if you want to draw, you want to practice and learn drawing portraits, I do have a portrait drawing boot camp. You can find the details of that at !learn portraits. But yeah, that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow. And I might do more portraits later. I don't know. I got a busy day. I'm gonna go watch The Conjuring. I'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya.